How is everyone doing? This is Joe with Ohio Wood Burner. We are a small firewood delivery service here in Northeast Ohio. Today, guys, I am going to be splitting some rounds with my Eastonmade Axis wood splitter. I had brought these bigger logs over with my new tractor, my Bobcat CT2040, and in all of my excitement of moving logs, I picked out a couple of them that were just too big to go through the machine. They had too many knots, just a couple crooks, and I just figured now I can just buck those quickly and put them into the machine. I am not set up for my optimum process right now. You know, when this machine came onto our lot, we just have a lot of snow and mess and everything's in its wrong place. So it's gonna sit here for now. And that's allowing me at least to fill up my trailer or my truck with either one of the conveyors off of the Yappa or off of this Eastonmade. I have my trailer is currently getting loaded. It's going out on a delivery to a restaurant, so I can't split into it. So I'm going to be splitting right into the back of my pickup truck, and then the ground is frozen hard enough now I can move it around and stack right off the tailgate. This is one of these things where it works for me. I have tried everything with measuring my cuts. I used to have that magnetic stick. I had one of those Mingo markers, and I just figured out that the best thing I can do is a tape measure and a piece of chalk. And it just seems like the width of the chalk line accounts for my kerf, and then my next measurement goes on the inside of that chalk line to my next. So, and that's also, I will like mark a couple logs and then getting to cut them. It's just kind of like a break where you're not bent over that saw the whole time. So I will cut up a couple logs, I take a break, mark some more, and keep going. It works for me. A lot of you guys had asked, but my big saw is a Dolmar 7900. It's got the HD filter kit. And I know there are a lot of good saws out there, but guys, this is the greatest saw on planet Earth. I had read somewhere that it does have the highest power to weight ratio of any saw, and I'm serious, this thing is bad news. I have a 24-inch bar on it, and it is just a fast, powerful cutting machine. But what I like most about it, the anti-vibe is outstanding. It's probably the smoothest running saw that I have, and here it's the most powerful. Dolmar was bought by Makita, so now the blue saw is Makita's. Those are the Dolmars. Great saw, made in Germany, and I believe it's the first gasoline powered chainsaw in the world. Everything has changed for our process the moment this Eastonmade Axis showed up on our woodlot. I am now able to split up these big rounds, and they're so much easier because simply I don't have to pick them up. But the way that this machine works, where I can still control my splits, I sell a smaller split firewood. It's one thing that I've learned, that smaller splits are worth more money. And I'm able to control this without having to pull wood back into the push plate, with like a horizontal splitter. So this has been a big deal for us. Right now I'm going to get it fired up and warmed up. We're going to do some splitting, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Yappa couldn't split. Sometimes some of these smaller logs, there's just something about them, they won't split. So let's go ahead and try it on the well, you see there's some curve and some knots in it, that's why it wasn't going to split. I think that was a lot of fun, guys. It's a different experience than working the super splitter. You know, these probably they shouldn't even be compared together, but I'm just going to anyways, because that's my experience with production of firewood. There is something about this machine that really, you know, I think puts me on a different level with production. And I think it has a lot to do with the well, obviously the log lift, but the you know, being able to control the size of my splits with and you know, they're right up here at the good working height. The next big thing was that splitting was right at your face, and that took me a while to get used to as well. It doesn't feel unsafe. It's just different, you know, being that close to the splitting action, because there is some loud pops and all. But I've never been hit with anything, no shards. You know, I wear my safety glasses and my hearing protection. But, you know, after you get used to it, it's not that big of a deal. I will say, though, it is pretty loud. And I don't know, you know, the muffler is on this side of the engine. Maybe there's some echo that comes up through here. But, you know, anytime you're using a hydraulic splitter, you got to go full RPMs. And that's one thing I don't have to use on my super splitter. I keep it at a pretty low RPM. And you know, it uses minimal fuel, so obviously a bigger, more powerful engine at high RPMs is gonna, you know, you're gonna use more fuel in this. Another thing is I'm not used to square pieces. It's just because I'm using bigger logs, and with this, you know, you can make a nice grid work and they come out square. I think this is going to help me out though with bundles. I didn't really make squares with the super splitter because you're just always nibbling on that next bite and you come out with a whole bunch of triangles. But you know, square wood looks great, and it wraps nicely too for a bundle. My bundles are square wood. I think we're good. I think the thing with the Eastonmade Axis is because of its size, you know, I see when I have my permanent wood yard set up, this is going to have a permanent resting location. I'll bring the big wood to it. I do see how the conveyor is probably, I can have it set up strategically so it works with my Yappa. I can see it on opposite sides of maybe a central conveyor. So both are feeding a central conveyor and it's taking it out to the trailer. I still never see myself leaving my firewood in big piles because it just sits on the ground. The bottom stuff gets muddy, and it's just easier for me to keep it on a workbench like the back of a pickup truck or in my trailer, and I can take it out to where it's getting stacked and put it away. This has been a good day in the wood yard, guys. I had some bigger rounds and I was able to get them processed quickly with the Eastonmade Axis. I really like the log lift. I really like the conveyor. You know, that is a big deal. Just that simple toss of a log into the back of a truck, not having to do that is a home run. So I think that the Eastonmade Axis is going to have a central role in Ohio Wood Burner, and I hope to keep bringing it to you as we get into the spring and into the summer. I want to thank everyone for watching the channel. 10,000 subs, 1 million views. Guys, this has just been great. And now we're getting to use some really cool machines. The Yappa over my shoulder, the Eastonmade Axis, and don't forget about our Bobcat tractor that's in the garage right now. Don't forget to check out our t-shirts and our stickers. They're on sale in our online store. The link is in the description below. Also, you can purchase a lot of the items that you see at Ohio Woodburner in our Amazon store, also down below. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope that everyone has a great day.